Brown on center stage. He's coming off one of his biggest games in both yards and touchdowns last week. It's the Lions and the Broncos, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Denver Broncos and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They coming off their very first loss of the year.
1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they come in pretty desperate here for a win as they've started the year 0-5.
And it seems way too early to start talking about hot seats. But guess what? When a team is 0-5, people start wondering about their jobs.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Pick back in 2021, it's Trey Lance.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Throwing first play is Lance. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware. Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you've really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Ready.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The Lions in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they're coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
First down, and they go with Swift again. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since the Friday Night Light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? That guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, like he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 15 yards for the Lions there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff. And it's
touchdown! Jamison Crowder. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was all capped off on the touchdown reception by Jamison Crowder. up and kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Lance's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. The numbers for Howard a week ago: 4 catches, 51 yards.
You think the head coach and the offensive coordinator are able to pull the earplugs out now? Because all week, all they heard was, you know, Coach, they can't guard the pass at all. I mean, they're next to last in the league. Let's throw it on every down.
Yeah, last week we saw the numbers. This week going against second to last in the pass defense area. Good for him. And he'll work. Catch, good for 16 and a first. On first down, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 into 36. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. The Lance going to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. On second down, Swift. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now back to throw. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Going after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
To throw again on second down. Lance. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Lance. And that is incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And Allen brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's Colby Rodman now. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded at the 33. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Lions will take over. So here are the Lions to take over. They've got the lead as they begin this drive 1st and 10, trying to forget about that loss last week to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means it. Inside, if you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's their quarterback with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Defensively, it didn't seem like anybody had eyes on the quarterback, and he took advantage.
So you think that maybe we're seeing some pretty good instincts for a young guy? Because that's the thing you worry about coming out of college. You're used to getting away with just about anything you want to do. You're just superior. Here, he has to read it, figure it out, and know when it's time to go.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And not willing to win. It's a touchback. Denver's offense now set to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Deron Payne in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 4th down on is Colby Wadman now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 8th catch for...
Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So no gain on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 103 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Devin Singletary, his first touchdown of the year. And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen. Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. So that drive 7 plays in length, and it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here. Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, you flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. That'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there. Throwing his Lance on third down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Romeo LaCroix able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side. I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down. on the handoff. This is Swift. And this will wind up a Lions first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Once again, it's Swift. Running right through it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 131 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Getting the stop defensively, Delarian Turner yelled. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now a second down and 6. Now a give right side Swift. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And the Lions are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll look to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Back to throw. He's got it. And in for the Lions touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive spans 13 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. To throw on second and 10. Lance, flush to his run. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? On fourth down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Airing one out for Crowder. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Rush. Airing one out for Crowder. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Airing one out for Crowder. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give them one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
A final shot before break. Rush. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to...
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
159 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag routes are against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now a carry for Swift. Oh, he's got over Dayline. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are pouring it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive, 4 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. On 1st down, Lance. Pass complete to Judy on the out route. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Off of play action, here's Lance. That's taken in by Dulcich. First target, first catch, and a first down. And Lance now to throw. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. To throw, it's Lance. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance sliding out of the pocket. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Looking to throw again on second down. Lance, that's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a toss left side. It's Williams. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Lance. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now Lance. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Hands it off out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And Lance going to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point from McManus is good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Another shot now for this Lions offense. Still comfortably on top. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Robinson up the middle. That'll get a little. Here's Rush to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing here, Rush. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. Down the numbers. There he goes. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. That one may not cost him in the end, but still, obviously, something the coach wants to avoid.
Oh, without a doubt. It won't cost the team because of where they are on the scoreboard, but it will cost the player who gave up the football.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The offense running out, and we shine the spotlight on the undrafted revelation, James Robinson. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
On 2nd and 10, rush. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. To throw is Rush. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okuwebunom. And he's going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Rush. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in here by Patrick. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Lance. Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. From the 27, Lance. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Ready, go.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Lance now on 3rd and goal. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And down near the goal line here.
Faster.
McManus now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. So this drive spans 7 plays. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. And Detroit getting set to go now. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Let's go.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he'll get it out near the 39.
You can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had my coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From just shy of midfield, Lance. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it. He'll get this one to Patrick. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
A carry here for the big tight end. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Williams is going backwards here. Not a 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have. And what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Not what you wanted there. It goes as a sack and a loss of a yard. And not only that, now it's 4th and goal. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by McManus is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Rush. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
When I see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset, this is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Back to the ground with Robinson. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. 9 yards to pick up there. That's a first down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Robinson on a give right side. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Rush. That's complete. It's Okuegbunam. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them. But all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now Rush. They'll roll him out right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Denver's offense ready to go again. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Lance now on 1st down. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion, Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Lance. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And the Lions are going to have it here just past the 25. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early. And sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down. Rush. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. That'll get him the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the 1st down.
Handoff now to Robinson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Second down and a run by Robinson. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Robinson with another carry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On the give, here's Robinson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. Rush. Quick slant to Crowder. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. 15 yards there on the catch and run. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. This will be a jet sweep to Crowder. Down to the 25.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Broncos' 25-yard line.
On the run, it's Robinson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Robinson up the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Lions, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Denver, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.